what were you struggling with when you first reached out for help?
So quite a few things. Really, I was really badly struggling with like depression and anxiety, as a consequence of like what I was eating or not eating. Bulimia was like the biggest thing for me. So I was binge purging like multiple times a week, and it was a real struggle. I felt so low. I felt like there was this huge cloud sat on my head. I didn't really go to social events very often. I would always get like really anxious about everything. I was so worried about what people would think about me, what I looked like, what I would wear. Like the list was endless. I found it really hard to go traveling. I found it really hard to like away on holiday, do any of those kind of things. And there were things I really wanted to do with my life, and I just couldn't engage with them. I had all these like hopes for myself, but I felt hopeless and I felt lost. I think you look at eating disorders and think they're just about body image and like somebody's weight, but I was struggling with so many things like dizziness and like low energy and like the effects of purging. Just yeah, they drain your mental energy, not just your physical energy, and I had no energy to bring to life. I'm no longer like crippled with anxiety. I've been on holidays. Like I went with my partner Luke. We've been to like Austria. We've been to places that I dreamed of that I never could have done had I still been in that eating disorder phase, because I used to, like in the earlier days, I used to need to take like half the kitchen with me to feel secure enough to actually go somewhere, because I needed like X, Y, Z supplements, or like all of these herbs, or all of these things that I felt like were keeping me okay, but they weren't. They were keeping me in a box and keeping me trapped and stuck, and I wasn't free. I was chained, effectively. My emotional resilience has hugely improved, and I'm no longer like, oh, I need to go for this walk, I need to go and do this exercise session, I have to do this because Bellatrix is telling me I should do it. I'm actually like, oh, you know what, I enjoy this, I think I should do this, or yeah, I like this, I will do this. It's the mentoring, it's the high level of one-on-one support that you can reach out to someone during the day, within certain hours, but most of the time, every day, you can talk to someone about something that they understand, and something that maybe not people around you understand. What I was dreaming of was to be part of a team, in terms of like, I needed a life coach, I needed a mentor, I needed somebody that was gonna be my cheerleader, and somebody that could like organize it for me, because therapy is great. I talked about so much, and that's great, but there was no action. Like even in therapy, I kind of learned what I needed to do, but I couldn't implement it. And I think that was the biggest thing that I saw from your program, and that I needed from you as a person, was somebody to make me accountable and set like realistic, achievable goals in a way that was at a pace that I needed, because I was in so much fear of change, of anything to do with my diet or anything to do with what I was doing in terms of activity levels, that I couldn't have done that on my own, and I needed that support in a very intense way to be able to reach out at times where my anxiety levels were going to go so high that I wouldn't have engaged with what I needed to do. I overcomplicated everything about what I thought I needed to heal from an eating disorder, and I thought I needed like, loads of different supplements, loads of different things, but actually it's quite simple. Having you there to remind you that it's simple, and to debunk those myths about health and nutrition that you see all over in the media, and even that people around you think and believe and are saying to you. I think that was really key for me as well, because I had such a fear of carbohydrates, and I'd cut them out pretty much completely from my diet, and I needed reassurance like continually to feel safe enough to test that out, and ultimately that was the thing for me that cracked my eating disorder. And I wouldn't have done that without that partnership. So thank you, Sasha.